Hey guys, today I want to talk to you. I just walked into a spider web. Jeez. I wanted to talk to you about indecisiveness and how it literally can kill you, kill your business. I mean, not literally kill you, but it can really harm your business and harm your life. And about the importance of taking action as soon as possible. As someone who has been an indecisive person for such a long time myself now, I don't know everything about it and I'm still working on getting better at it, but basically there's just been so many times when I was indecisive and I couldn't make a choice, couldn't make a decision on whether to fly to a certain country or not, whether to make a certain investment or purchase in my business or not, whether to, go out with friends or not. And I feel like in my experience, the only way to really battle it is to really set clear rules in advance and know your goal very, very, very well, and then just see if it aligns with your goal or not. And like I said, I'm still someone who's trying to work on this and improve. So if you have feedback or suggestions in the comments, don't hesitate to let me know. I'd love to read those and learn more about it. But it sounds so silly. Okay, let me tell you why it's really bad first, and then I'm going to tell you a silly example that I'm currently dealing with right now in my life and how I can't make a decision. Actually, I have multiple right now and they will occupy my mind space. And that is kind of leading to why it's so bad. It occupies your mind space. It lives in your head rent free. And I talked about the importance of closing your mind loops like 10 videos ago. And it's basically a mind loop. When you have a decision that you need to make and you keep pushing it off and you keep waiting for more inputs, more information, more experiences to make that decision because you feel like it's going to impact your life and you feel like it's going to be irreversible, which, by the way, most of the times is not even true and you can usually reverse it. It looks like it's worse than it is, but usually when you feel like a decision is irreversible, it's just hard to reverse, but it's still reversible. But when you have all of these decisions in your mind, maybe one is not going to really slow you down. While it is actually going to slow you down, just having one decision that you haven't made in your mind, always constantly in the back of your mind. But it's not going to dramatically slow you down, but they stack up. And when you have multiple, it really slows you down because now you can't just think about your business and your revenue and what actually matters, the 20% of your business that drives 80% of the results, right? You're not just going to be thinking about that because now your hardware, your brain is going to be slowed down by all of these different processes in the background, like all of these decisions that you need to make. And every once in a while, a thought is just going to pop up. I hope you can hear me and there's no wind, by the way. Every once in a while, a thought is going to pop up about the decision that you need to make. And it's going to dramatically slow you down the more decisions like that you need to make. And I found myself getting distracted from actual meaningful and impactful work that actually brings money to my life, to my bank account, by these decisions. Even if they're very silly, I just get distracted by them because I just have it on my mind. And for some reason, my brain, for example, I don't know if it's like that with everyone, my brain just keeps amplifying the importance of these decisions even when they're really not important. And it's just slowing me down and I can feel it, but I don't know what to do about it, bro. And this kind of leads to the silly example I talked about earlier in my life, like the example in my life that I'm dealing with. So one is very silly and one is a little bit more important, but also a little bit silly. I'm going to tell you about the more important one and then such a silly example from my life on indecisiveness that I am currently battling, but I'm about to, close that mind loop when I come home right now. Basically, the more important one is whether I should go to Dubai right now or not. And there's a lot of reasons why I should go to Dubai. It's, a trip for networking and for working, and a lot of content is going to be made there, and I'll just be in a better environment. And I have this battle in my mind 24/7, and I'm looking at life through that lens. And whenever I do something or I get new information, I always kind of put that information through this decision and I see if it impacts it or not, which again slows down the brain and the actual impactful, meaningful work. And so I'm just trying to decide whether to go there or to stay with my parents and save a bunch of money. I estimate I'll spend $4,000 or $5,000 on a 2-week trip. Which is, I'm not gonna say it's a lot of money because it's not, but it's something I can avoid by staying with my parents. So anyway, that's one of the decisions. And then the more silly one, even more silly, is a decision on whether on what kind of fucking headphones I should buy, because I've had headphones now for like 4 years, over-ear headphones. No, actually probably 5 years ago. I was gifted them by my grandma in Russia. They cost like maybe $50, and they're like complete dog shit, and I want to replace them, and I'm thinking about whether I should buy Sony XM6 or AirPods Max and wait for the release of the AirPods Max 2nd generation and listen till the end. This sounds so stupid, but basically it doesn't matter what the models are. I've been going so deep down the rabbit hole. I have probably watched like 2 hours worth of reviews of these 2 pairs of headphones, read like at least 20 or 30 different Reddit posts and a bunch of like subreddits and stuff on this specific topic. I know everything about the loose mesh on the fucking AirPods Max. I know everything about the incompatibility of the XM6 Sony headphones with the Mac, and I spent all that time and effort and energy and attention dedicated to fucking headphones instead of meaningful work. Like, if you think about it, if you just zoom out, if I do that and I just think about it, like, bro, this is the most stupidest time allocation I have done in all of my years of being an entrepreneur. Deciding between 2 almost equal, similar pairs of headphones. What the fuck am I doing? But in the moment, it feels so important, and I don't know why, but my brain adds weight to these decisions now. And this indecisiveness causes me to be slower in business, because now I'm thinking about whether I should go to Dubai or not, and I'm also thinking about whether I should get the pair of headphones or not, or I mean, which one I should get. Maybe I should get the fucking AirPods Pro 3 instead of that and look into something else. And it just takes up so much time and mental space that could have been spent on actually meaningful work. And that is why it is so important to close these mental loops. And this is going to be one of my top priorities now. I'm going to come home and I'm going to close this mental loop. I'm going to go and order one of the pairs, the Sony XM6s, just because they're cheaper and I feel like they're going to last a lot longer than the AirPods Max. So I'm just going to buy them. But it doesn't even matter. It's not even the point. The point is, these silly decisions drag you down a lot more than you think. And whether it's a silly decision or it's a big decision, make it before it eats up too much of your time. Like, I understand it's necessary to think about some decisions. Some decisions are very important, but, you know, really not all decisions are like that. Both of these decisions I'm trying to make right now are reversible. Sure, if I drop the 5 bands in Dubai and then I don't make them back, which is honestly not very likely, I don't make that back, whatever, then okay, cool, it's just 5,000. It's not 5 billion, it's 5,000. I'll make that back in a week. So, same with the headphones. It's even more stupid. It's like, sure, I'm gonna maybe waste the money and then I'm not gonna like them, but it's not even gonna happen in the first place. I'm exaggerating like crazy, but if that does happen, you can always sell the headphones or even dispose of them or give them to a relative and then buy the ones that I actually want and just try different ones. It's just so silly, bro. Like, now that I'm thinking about it and I'm saying it out loud, it sounds ridiculously stupid how I'm spending time on this instead of actually meaningful work. Like, it's ridiculous how silly it actually sounds. But yeah, point is, most of you guys watching this right now probably have a couple of these decisions on your mind at the moment. Whether it's picking a certain business model, whether it's choosing a person to hire, or I don't know, a mentor, or landing page design. There's something in your mind that you need to, some decision in your mind that you need to make. Maybe it's more than one, like it is for me. Maybe there's small decisions, maybe they're big decisions. But regardless, you should make them as soon as possible. So So that's the moral of the story. That's today's lesson and data set. I'm not Luke Palmer. So yeah, if you want to ask me any questions, I'm going to go live this Sunday on my Discord server. So I'm going to try not to forget to drop the link in the description of this video so you can join and sign up for the free event. I'm not going to try to sell you a course or anything. It's just literally just a vibe and, talk about life and business, and I'm going to answer your questions for free. Link to that is going to be in the description. If you're still watching, I need to know, because I really appreciate everyone who watches these videos of me just yapping all the way till the end. Drop number 80 in the comments section. I'm going to see that. I'm going to shout out every one of you who drops number 80 in the comments, because you guys are real ones for doing that. But yeah, that's about it. Really all I wanted to say today. Been a great fucking day. Spent a bunch of quality time with my girlfriend. Now I'm going to close this mental loop. Can't wait to do that once I come home. And yeah, I'm going to see you guys tomorrow. Thank you for watching.